Hello everyone, my name is Nick and welcome to the beginning of what I hope will be a brand new blog in the CHD community, one that focuses on the challenges and experiences and the thoughts of spouses in the CHD community. The reason why I'm doing this is because we all know that the CHD community is thriving. More people are getting their voices out there. More people are sharing their personal stories, their challenges, their triumphs, and all of those issues, and that's fantastic. The thing is, though, we are seeing incredible stories coming from mothers and fathers of CHD patients, from brothers and sisters, and from friends of CHD patients. However, from what I can see, there isn't that much of a community for the spouses of CHD patients. Now, for a long time, we've been able to share with family members of CHD patients, our stories, because there are a lot of things that we have in common. For example, the father of a CHD patient would be able to relate to a lot of things that I would speak of as a husband of a CHD patient. But naturally, there are some things that are unique to being a father of a CHD patient that I won't know and may never know. Likewise, there are some things that I go through as a husband that a father will never really know what I'm talking about 100%. But of course, we all know that there are countless things where we can come together and we can relate to each other, and we have many things in common, but there are some things that are just unique to our take, so to speak, on being with a CHD warrior. So what I hope to do is to start something going where spouses, husbands, and wives of CHD survivors can get together and we can talk about things that are a big deal to us, or questions that we may have, or advice that we can give, that sort of thing. Because it's one thing to be married to somebody, which requires a lot of dedication and sacrifice and love and care, but then you bring in a new element when it's a CHD patient, rather. And of course, I'd love to be able to get into that with all of you as best as I am able. Now, to give you my qualifications, who am I to start this blog if you don't know me from Adam? Let me give you my super high-tech way of showing you. Just a picture from my wife's in my living room. This is, let me do that right there so you don't get the glare there as best I can. This is me and my beautiful wife, Jenny. Her name is Jennifer Busta, maiden name Jennifer Sorensen. That's Sorensen if you want to Google her, which I'm sure many of you already have. But Jenny and I have been married for 6.5 years. We got married on July 14th, 2007. And we've been married for 6.5 years, but we have been together for 14 years. Ever since we were 14 years old, we have been dating and, of course, engaged and then married. And so we have a lot of history together. Half of our lives have been spent together, so there's quite a bit of history there. Now, it's kind of like the Brad Paisley song, She's Everything. I could talk about her, I'd go on and on and on, but I'll try and make it brief for the sake of this video. She is my best friend. I don't know what I would do without her. She's my closest advisor. She's my partner. She's my tandem bicycle partner. She's everything I could possibly dream of in having a wife. And I just get so excited when I talk about it because she's such an incredible, incredible person. And one of the many reasons why she's such an incredible person is because she's taught me a lot in my life. She's changed my life for the better in so many ways. She would argue for the worse, but she's very humble, but I would definitely say for the better. Now, she's taught me to not take a day for granted. As the good book says, we are not guaranteed tomorrow, so to redeem the time, to make the most of today, to not leave anything so that we regret it when our time has come. So I can definitely say before I didn't think of that, I didn't appreciate that, but now I realize just how incredible this life is and what we are to do with this time that we have here. Again, that's just one thing of the many things that she's taught me, and I could go on about that forever, but there's my qualifications. There's my best friend. She has been very active in the CHD community as a child and now as an adult, reaching out to families whose children have her heart condition, which I forgot to mention. I apologize. She has hypoplastic left heart syndrome. She was born in 1985. At the time, it wasn't in the medical books, and even then, she was the first Norwood to survive out of UCLA Medical Center, surgery performed by Dr. Lax, and she's had all of her care performed at UCLA since then. And so medical questions, relational questions, personal questions, she's more than happy to answer them. I'm more than happy to answer them as well. We go together to heart functions, and I talk with her and alongside her for the things that I'm able to talk about regarding. So anyway, so here's what I want out of this video blog and this website. What I'm hoping is to create this community for spouses, and when I say spouses, I don't just mean spouses of CHD patients. Also, those of you who are CHD patients who are married, please lend us your voices. We want to know. You are married, you have challenges, you have experiences. We want to know that too. And so what I would love is to start this community it's already been started, but to really help it keep going, and so that we can get together and we can talk to each other and communicate and ask each other, hey, what do you do in this situation? Or how does this work? Because we are each other's best source of help. On the one hand, you may think, wow, Nick and Jenny, they've been married for 6.5 whole years. On the other hand, you might be thinking, wow, they've only been married for 6.5 years. And my personal take on that is, you're right. We have gone through 6.5 years worth of experience of being married to be able to help in some ways. We've learned a lot in those 6.5 years. That being said, we've only been married for 6.5 years. I'm sure there's so much more that we need to learn. And by God's grace, we have many more years to come. But again, we don't know. Now, that being said, I would hope that those of you who are spouses of CHD patients will be happy to chime in, communicate, contact me, post on the website, comment on these videos. Let us know your experiences. Let us know what's going on, any advice you can give. If you're a newlywed, that's fantastic. If you have questions, please post those as well. I'll do my best to help out. If I don't know something, I will tell you flat out. But I'm also looking at those of you who have more experience than Jenny and I. For example, we have a wonderful resource in Tom and Kim Russell from Georgia. They are a fantastic couple that we can go to for questions. They are more than happy to answer. They've been married for many years. Simply an amazing couple. You can tell that they are very much in love. And so, Gabe, I'm looking at you. Jason, I'm looking at you. David, I'm looking at you. Chime in, let us know, so that we can really help each other out. And I'm just going to be flat out with you. I am not the most technologically inclined, and so this was just meant to really get the ball rolling. Those of you out there who are more creative than me, which is not hard to do, and are able to do more with this idea, that's fantastic. Please do it. Whatever your I can't talk. To whatever your heart's content. Sorry about that. Because I don't necessarily care about popularity. I don't care about, seeing how many hits I get on my website or things like that. All I care about is spouses like us and the people that we are married to getting help and helping our marriages to thrive and be strong and to come together so that we can help each other. And so if there's someone who sets something up and it just blows up in popularity and it really helps people and people will totally forget about this, that's fantastic. All I care about is, are people getting helped? My heart is for you guys because it's very difficult to be married. And I say that not to put any spouse down. It's just, it is a relationship that requires a lot of work. But the blessing is incredible. But it does require that a lot of work. And so it's not meant to be done alone. We can help each other out. So I encourage all of you out there with a voice to get your voice out. Post on this video, post on the website, so that we can really help each other out and that our marriages can absolutely thrive. So thanks for listening, guys. Try to keep it under 10 minutes, and it looks like I'm just under it, so appreciate that. Expect another video as soon as I can get it out, and you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks for everything.